Chapter 3. Early late morning, a house was quiet. Suddenly, there were quiet from the room next brother, his mother's room. Roger opened his eyes and looked at the clock. It was nearly 7 o'clock. He got out to dress and opened the door quietly. At the same time, the door his mother's room opened, and Diane came out. Her face was very white. Roger, it's mother. Um, I brought a coffee for her, and I found her dead. She dead. Dead in her bed, he cried. Roger and quickly at the door in his mother's room, and he looked at it. And the window on the open and the room, Molly on the bed, on the head. Roger was across the bed and put a hand on her arm. It's cold. On the little table next to the bed, on a cup of coffee and an empty cup. I'm going to call a doctor, Diane said. She's dead, Roger said slowly. His face, too, was white. Mother, he's dead. Diane walked across in the door. I'm going to phone a doctor, she said again. Wait a minute, Roger called. Let's tell the money first. Family? Nobody loved mother. Diane went out and ran downstairs. Roger slowly and down stared after, and stood by the telephone. Dr. Pratt, this is Diane Cross-Asson. It's my mother. She's dead. Can you come quickly? Diane put the phone down. Is it true the doctor? Mother, dead. Daddy died last winter, and now mother. Diane began cried. Don't cry, Diane, Roger said. Let's go upstairs and tell Uncle Albert and Jackie. No, you don't tell him. Nobody loved mother. You are sorry? Look at you. You want your money. That's all. Roger just wanted to hit Diane. Stay quiet, he said. What about you? You didn't love mother. You wanted money too. Don't forget that. It's true, Diane said. Oh, I can't stay in the house. I'm going out. I'm going to read the dog. No, Roger said. The dog is coming, and I want to kill you. Diane said nothing. She went to the kitchen, and then once a dog got up and came to her. Beautiful dog, Diane laughed. And mother loves you. Now I'm going to love you. She opened the back door and went out of the door. God did not move. He stood by the telephone. It's true. It's true. I am happy about money. I need money. And now he's rich. Think you're going to be easier for you now? But mother, why didn't Thailand for more? And now she's dead. Slowly, Roger and barked upstairs. He wanted to dread a far at a brought a bride. Dr. Kraft to the little fat man in the wet mud hair. He was a family doctor. In the old Kraft and the family very well. He went to upstairs one and looked his money worth. He looked carefully at the coffee in an empty car and next her bed. I'm sorry, doctor, he said. Were you a Diane? She phoned me. She went up in the door and said she was angry with me and angry with everyone. Dr. Graff has nothing finished. This is going to be very difficult. I'm going to phone the police, Jagger. The police? Why? What's wrong? I don't know. Your mother wasn't ill. I saw her and hasty and she very well. Why did he die? I don't understand. I want to find out. Wanted to went to a window and looked out the garden. And the face of blue in the morning, the sky blue, and the garden in the green. In the world very quiet. His mother loves kids George, but talk is rich on the garden, and the water in the garden too. Water garden in words. Your mother, it took clips in the toilet. Jockey Cross said. Did you know? On the Thursday, she had a new water tablet. But I can't find it here in the room. I don't know. And instead, very well. Let's go down and start. Then current for the village. Doctor ran on the kitchen and made a cup of coffee. Just then, and Diane came out with a door. Doctor, she said, look, I'm sorry. I was hungry and said angry at everything. She's left the mother. Doctor said, here you are. Have some coffee. Doctor grabbed it from the fridge. Didn't you know mother took lift in a toilet? Well, the boards are not in her room. What? I don't understand. Diane took the coffee and began to drink. Her eye is dark. Just then, Dr. Garrett came to the kitchen. They're coming at once, he said. Diane, I'm sorry about your mother. Dr. Cross, I want to tell you about last night. I'm very angry. Be quiet, talking quickly. Diane never seen for the opened a mouth in the really. Diane did not children. Last night, mother in the bed only with everyone. Then tell me, Dr. Crab said, you can't tell to please. Dr. Cafe went up. Suddenly, we felt afraid. The police are afraid of talk everyone and ask some question in the source. And and the answer is going to be very difficult. He finished with coffee and stood up. I'm going to ask Dad, he said. I'm going to tell Uncle Albert and Jackie about Mother and about the police. Please. Chapter 4. The police arrived very quickly. There were a lot of them. Some of them in the cupboards and upstairs the morning room. Two come of which talked to a class on the kitchen. The family with a kitchen is on the hot day again in the window open. The dog sat quietly. Diane fished. Nobody talked. Jackie moved. They waited a long time. Suddenly, the door opened, and the two detectives came in. Good morning. I'm the detective inspector on the board in the very first. The inspector is not small. He is a very big man in the old black shirt and a black hat and coat. He wore a coat in the wore away first coat. Laughed in Latin. Someone was listening in office in Mrs. Clarkson in milk. We always question every morning, and I need a room, please. Whether I'm your talker at course. You can have my father our office. Come with me. It's along here. The office was not very big, but in the table on the 3 or 4 trees. The doctor opened the window. To talk first. Your uncle, Albertine, in the best corset. He put a cat's hat on his head and sat down behind on the table. Of course, said the doctor, and left the room. Sat in further in the door. He was a very tall young man, with black hair and a nice smile. He not very happy morning. He would usually catch tennis on Sunday morning. It came with tennis love. Albert came in and sat down. I'm going to ask some questions with a king in the state, and started first in the right or down. Albert laboratory. Yes, yes, it's your job. I know that. Tell me about last night. Inspector cried quietly. You were angry. It's with a cross accent. Albert looked at the base of the clock at the first term. Yes, I was. I'm very rich. Roger, I'm rich. I want the money to America. Then, at the man called Tom Breed, he won a half garden on his farm. Molly was a rich woman. I need money for my money. Molly's sister in very ill and tore and asked, "What happened next?" Well, Molly is well and we want in what upset. We went to the kitchen for coffee. Jackets wanted everyone to go up and say goodnight to Molly. She lived here with Molly, so she wanted Molly to be happy. At first, Jock said no. He was angry and didn't want to see mother. And she let you Molly in her room? Yes, I would try, and I wanted to stay at first. And one new money room, and I asked her the money again. As no, there was no money for the estate. I was stopped and put his hand on his eyes. It's better worse, and was down at a minute. Do you hear noises of the news on the bed? Everyone in the rest room say good night, I think. Later, heard someone. He's OC when I died instead. That wasn't about Miss Knight. Very well, Mr. Kim. Thank you. You can go now. Albert left the room. It's better cross in put his hand and by his hand. What type of method? I'm hungry.